What's up, everybody? It's Alan the Kraken, and today I have for you some Monarch spoiler previews. Specifically, it is April 11th. We have our Monarch Art Preview. I have not taken a look at these quite yet, so you're going to get my reaction with this as well. So here we go. It looks like, holy crap, that looks like either a moon or a planet with a star behind it. Definitely getting an eclipse view of that, which is freaking sweet. Holy crap, that looks like a continuation of the art from Drone of Brutality. I could be wrong, it might be the same place. It does look like there's a throne with some flying creatures up in the air. That is way cool. It looks like this is like a... it looks like there's a guy on the left there that's crawling out of the ground. You got some eyes there in the ground as well. This could be like maybe an entrance to the pits. I know the pits is like the underground area of Solana. The plains suggest this might be near Aria. I'd have to look back through the lore to get a more accurate description on that. So I might revisit some of these later on individually in my group, Cavdane's Imports on Facebook. Check out that group. We do auctions. We do sales posts. More recently, I'm doing animations of art, so I would love to animate some of these arts. And let's go ahead and continue. I'm not sure what the white aura that's coming out of the ground, or maybe gas or some kind of arcane magic, or maybe like a ley line of sorts. That'd be interesting to see. Here, it looks like uh, it looks like that's like some kind of fancy foundry looking thing. You know how we had the mechanologist cards that had like a lot of the foundry art and stuff. This kind of looks like that, but on like a greater scale. But then it also looks like an eclipse and like a demon sort of thing. So maybe this is more abstract and it has nothing to do with like molten metal. But it looks like a giant pool of molten metal there. So not sure how to interpret this, but that is way cool. It looks like we have from this picture before, this white looking bluish ley line stuff. It looks like this may be what's coming up or out, because it seems like it has that same color. Maybe a little bit off, but this looks like a giant creature. As you can see, looks like some soldiers are defiantly trying to fight it and stop it, and then others have just given up hope and have started running. The middle part where these like ethereal or demon-like things coming out of the ground kind of reminds me of like Dread Triptych a little bit in the middle, the bottom middle. Not sure what to think of that. If you look at the top left, you see the three eyes on the creature, and then on the middle left, it looks like that same creature, but a different form of it has like a face on it. And then you can see that on the right as well. Not sure what to make of that, but that is super cool art. Here we have the Joker having a bad hair day in his mirror. Not sure what to think of this. It looks like, based on the color of the hand, he looks like he's healthy outside of the mirror, but when he looks in, he may see his doom or demise. And the color changing from his fingers suggests that maybe he's getting cursed, or maybe this is him accepting his fate. Just the symbolism in this art is really, really great. It's probably some of the best art I've seen in TCGs in over 20 years. I mean, probably the best art ever. All right, here we have a little bit more of a cartoony kind of tree-looking thing. It looks like this is grown out of the back this tree made of blood and veins. It looks like it may be grown out of the back of whoever this warrior is with this giant cloud-like claymore. Oh man, what was the cloud sword? Yeah, from Final Fantasy. So that's way cool. I don't know where this could be. There's a symbol on the top of the archway there. I'm sure that's one of the symbols for one of the areas, so I'll just have to double check and figure out what area that is. I'll do that here in a second. Here we got more runes. We got more runes. This is going to be a language. I think that if Legendary Studios developed this game for 7 years, they developed a language. Recently in Call of Duty Zombies, right? They developed the Apothecan language, right? They created their own language out of Apothecan symbols, and they're kind of continuing that slowly but surely with what's the name of their studio? It's killing me now. It's not. It is Treyarch. Yeah, Treyarch Studios with Jason Blundell. So they created their own Apothecan language, and I believe that we're going to get pieces of the puzzle here soon to start translating these runes. The reason why I say that is because the runes are so clear as day. I think that's intentional, and I mean, some of the runes are just covering up the art as well, just so they could be more clear. And they're kind of like outside of the armor, not embedded on the armor, which is also pretty interesting. We have a little bit more runes here on the sword. Like I said, I can read those clear as day. So if I can read them, they're probably going to mean something in the future. And then you got writings on the wall and stuff. So it looks like they're trying to escape, and then whatever this shadow is just coming to grab them and bring them back into whatever hell they came from. So again, the symbolism in this art is amazing. Here we got the multi-eye shadow creature again. Just this one's a little bit different form or darker, so maybe this is what it looks like on the surface, and it's maybe like illuminescent underground. Not quite sure here, but the soldier here has just given up and has accepted his fate as well. We do have the sigil of, I think it was a sigil of solace or something like that, yeah. And it looks like that's up there on that little cliff peak there. That's just way cool art. You also get a scale for how big this thing is, in that it can also extend its range through its shadow, because it's not a solid form. If you can look through the arms, you can see the sky through the arms, so it is not a solid form. Here, we probably have the townspeople asking leadership, what the heck do we do now? And they're just like, shrug. That's crazy. Again, I'm not sure which area this is, but this little banner here is going to tell us exactly what area this is. My guess is Aria. Let's see here. I'm not sure who this is. This could be one of the magistrates. She does not have a mask on, so I don't know if it's from Solana or not. But it does look like maybe an agent of the light, or the light of soul. So it'll be interesting to learn a little bit more about who she is. Here, I think this is the outside view of Solana. It looks like they're gearing up for war to defend themselves. I do know that Solana was protected by a magic that kind of shielded them from view from the outside world, but that magic has now been fading. So now more and more challengers are showing up to Solana to kind of, well, we like what you have and we're going to take it, sort of thing. And here it looks like they're gearing up to defend themselves while they sort out their magic barrier issues of whatever that is. Looks like here, just looks like some villagers, townsfolk, even a little kid with a pot on his head. Definitely angry at something. This doesn't look like they're defending. It looks like more of a pitchfork, we're coming to get you and hunt you kind of situation. And you can see that symbolism on the left with that actual pitchfork. So I could be wrong there. Maybe they are defending themselves, but it just looks like they're on the hunt, not the other way around. Yes. Dwarves are confirmed. Here we are. Dwarves are confirmed. I think we actually had some clues about dwarfs and stuff before in the lore book itself, so which is really cool to actually see a physical dwarf now. And you can kind of see that they have the normal facial features for like a human, and it is the face, what I'm saying, is out of scale of its body, so the body is actually much smaller. But then the hands come back, and then they're like scale. So, and then look at his massive feet. Like, I don't think you can knock him over with those massive feet. That is insane. The axe looks like it could be important enough to actually be a weapon of some kind, so we may see that axe as a weapon. Usually when I see a lot more detail on a certain item, I definitely get excited to see if it's going to become an equipment or not. Here we have, looks like a smithy, so maybe this is where they make the iron wrought gauntlets, the iron wrought helm, and the iron wrought equipment in general. Looks like the townspeople is under attack, and maybe these guys are inside ready to defend themselves. It looks like it's hard to tell if that guy is coming in to attack those two, or if that guy is coming in to warn them of the flames and the fire outside, or the attack, or maybe seeking shelter. But the way that his foot comes into the door looks a little aggressive, and I'm really not sure of the intent here of what's going on as far as the scene goes. It looks like maybe these two are cowering in here, and maybe that's their commander yelling at them to get out and start fighting. So maybe this is like a play on cowardice. Here we have... Well, I want to look at that. Okay. So this is Eisen. Eisen's Peak, I'm pretty sure. Eisen was a mountain. I don't know if they have a lot of lore on Eisen yet, but it is a mountain. You can see the Eisen Peak helm on these soldiers here. This guy looks very important. My guess is he's going to be a hero. His sword, that is a fantastic looking sword. I don't know if it's made of energy or maybe if it's just heated steel. But that's going to be very interesting. Looking forward to also looking for that sword as an equipment that we should look for. The rest looks pretty generic battle looking. We have another one of these things coming out of the ground, and it looks like it's just wreaking havoc on the land, and these guys are surveying the situation and seeing what they should do next. You also have another one back there, so it is not just one baddie. There are multiple big baddies. Alright, so here we have another sword that's glowing. We do have a symbol on that sword as well. This is probably also going to be an equipment, and if not, it looks like it's going to be like a warrior action card of some kind. We have... Okay, I thought I saw runes, but we do not have runes on this. What's the artist? Narendra? Okay. So, I saw this little scribble down there. Okay, that's just art. I thought it was something. Let's take a look at these faces. They got this looks like the minions for the big baddies. So they do have like little demon horns and stuff, which is pretty cool. They do have 5 fingers, so they are in fact more solid, humanoid-like. So those will just be hack and slashed across. As we see here, this guy has just had a bad day. It looks like he lost his horn at some point in the battle, so that's also interesting. What the heck? Uh, um, uh, okay. Um, this to me represents the embodiment of the light of soul. Here you have this deity-like person who is holding the city of Solana, and it's protecting Solana with its wings and its light. And then also its other wings are fighting back or holding off the darkness and the demons that are trying to consume Solana. Very, 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 very cool art. This is reminiscent to me of like a Change of Heart from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like that kind of iconic art. Whatever this card is, I'm sure it is the legendary just because of how iconic looking it is. If it's not a legendary, it's certainly a fable. Um, I think this is our fable, guys. Uh, could be wrong, man. This just looks too iconic. I don't know. They also put like really, really great art on commons. This does not look like a common to me, but I've been surprised before by Legend Story Studios and their art placements. Um, this just looks incredible to me. So here we have this continuation of the Enlightened Strike. This time it is a little bit more yellow, so maybe he has more power here. I think that the bluer a lightning bolt is. I forget like the technical terms for it, but I know blue is a lower temperature lightning bolt, and the more yellow you get and the more white you get, the more hot a lightning bolt is. So I think what we see here is that same entity or deity that has more power now. I think before maybe he was gaining his power or just was holding back an Enlightened Strike, but here it does seem like he has more power. Not sure what else to say about this. Let's see if we can figure out where this is. The high architecture and these little spines on this turret of this tower. I don't want to say this is Solana because it doesn't look like it, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. Different artists have different interpretations for different areas, so it'd be interesting to see where this happened in the lore. So, it looks like, is that it? Looks like we have some Monarch marketing assets and a product sheet. We got logo, Monarch key art. Okay, we already did that. Facebook post cover. Okay. Anything new? Nope, that's it. Okay, so what I want to do next is find the lore assets, because I think that has... Yes, here's the symbols. All right, so I was right. So that area that we talked about earlier was Solana. This is the area icon. This is the Savage Lands icon. I didn't see much of that. But maybe these creatures are from the Savage Lands because it kind of has that grittiness and slash-like quality behind the monsters. Here we have Mysteria icon, metrics for Mechanologist, The pits, my favorite, Cavdane. He's going to be my number one guy going forward. Even if he's bad, I'm still going to represent him. I want to get him in the role of heroes, or the role of honor. Sorry. And then we have the Demon Mastery icon. Um, maybe that's something that's getting introduced now in Monarch, considering we're seeing all these demons. And then we have the Volcar icon. I wonder if that is going to have to do with that Zeus-looking guy. And then we're back to Solana. So, very, very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I can't wait to start animating some of this art. Again, check out Cavdane's Imports on Facebook. Join the group because we're doing a bunch of things. It's still kind of new. It's about 2 weeks old now. And we're getting more members every day, which is freaking fantastic. And then also give me a like and a comment. Let me know what you think about this art or my interpretations of it. And remember to have fun, guys. Have a good night.